run by dbcade. So dbcade, when you're ready, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for the nice introduction. Yes, this is Die Hard Arcade, or as it's known in Japan, Dynamite Deca. I'm just going to get right into it. I'll talk about this deep scan mode maybe at the end of the run, but let's go ahead and actually enter the mode. This is being run on the Saturn. And the main difference between the Saturn version of 3, 2, 1, let's start. So as we go on our first stage here, this is a beat 'em up, so we have our standard punch, kick, and jump. The difference is that, well, this was a big first for Sega. It was one of their first 3D beat 'em ups. Actually, their first 3D beat 'em up, and one of the first ever made. It also features a lot of controls similar to Street Fighter and a bunch of other things. I'm going to try and go, but basically we're playing as John McClane. He looks like John McClane, right? So as we go in here, you're going to see that a lot of weapons are going to drop. And so I'm going to try and make use of the handgun here and arrest the bad guys. Now, it's a % chance that I'll actually be able to arrest them. There's also weapons I can use, like technically I could have broken this mop apart and we could have used it as a weapon. But the next big thing about this game is the transition stages. So it's going to come with a random thing, like this one says kick. So it'll come with punch, kick, or jump. And then in the later games, it'll have directions. They added that. And if I make a mistake, I would have had to do an extra fight there. But in order to make sure that we are getting through this game, well, very cleanly, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we make no mistakes. By the way, I had one quick question. Is this cutscene % or no cutscene %? That's the only thing I wanted to know.
Are you asking for an opinion or a fact? I think it's
both.
Whatever your heart tells you.
Whatever my heart tells me. Okay. All right. If if there's a lot of clatter for it, then I'll make sure that we show some cutscenes, because there's some really great ones. They don't add much time to the game. It's like a minute or so. We are on a really good pace right now. The main thing that's really difficult about this game is the combo system. It's not just a combination of like Tekken doing punch, 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 kick. You have to press jump and punch on the exact same frame, and then you'll have follow-up moves too. Yeah, don't mind, that guy's just hanging out in the trash can there. A lot of the enemies are in goofy places in this game. And it's an early game, so these polygons, they can be kind of tricky. John McClane's got his work cut out from him if he wants to stop Hans Gruber. By the way, if two-player joins, they join as Chris Thompson, and the main storyline of this game is that you're rescuing the president's daughter. I think it's like Caroline Powell is her name. Basically, everyone here is they're bad terrorists, and it's like kind of supposed to be following the movie, but the storyline with this game, they actually made the game first, and it was heavily inspired from Die Hard, and then they just went and pitched and said, hey, we made this game, can we use the Die Hard license? And so this is the only game in the Dynamite Deca series to use the Die Hard license. After that, I guess the movie production company said, we don't really, there's no, Die Hard 2 wasn't coming out yet, so they said it's not necessary. But the funny thing is, the Japanese cover of this game, it's 100% Bruce Willis, and then the US cover is, well, it's interesting. I'll just say, if you have free time later, research it, and you tell me which one you like. And by the way, I'll just promote here, if you haven't already, make sure that you join the Discord for the Steel City Speedsters. One of the most open communities and nicest communities I've joined. They're often in BC, and everyone here seems to really enjoy a lot of games. I took an extra fail here because I want to try a new strat where I get a handgun. So I'm losing a little bit of time, but I wanted to do a close to perfect run, and that means I need a pistol very badly. Now this game is a quarter muncher, so it's very likely we'll have a couple coins used, but that's actually really normal in this game. Like right here, we just got like flip kicked on. By the way, I did not put 43 credits into the game. I'll explain a little bit. Well, I can show a little bit later, but the Saturn version of this game, you're required to play a mini game before starting it if you want to actually play. Otherwise, you're going to be forced to try and beat this game with 4 credits. I think it's 3 or 4 credits, which is... Imagine buying this game for the first time and then you don't realize you're supposed to play that mini game mode to get extra credits. It was considered one of the hardest things. Oh, we got all these extra health pickups here. Throw combinations. There's a lot of throw combinations we'll use. Essentially, though, I want to just make sure that I'm using the right weapons at the right time, like this steel pipe that's in this bathroom. The steel pipe's really good because well, you can see it spins around like crazy, and it's really difficult for the enemies to avoid. Get a little body slam here. Let's go for a grab. I'll show a grab. So there are some invincible grabs here, and you're completely untouchable during this, and you do the most damage in the game. We will be using that move again at the very end of the game. It is extremely fun. Oh, this one's punch. Yeah, before I ran out of time intentionally, but this one, you only have a certain amount of time to get the action frame right, and now we're walking right into the robot section. These robots are mean. That's all I can say. The main thing we're going to watch out for is on Wake Up, they like to do a frame 1 grab, and they also, if I get too separated from everyone else, they will start to do laser beam. And laser beam startup is cruel to say the least. A lot of times you'll just trade with it. Yep, there it is. There's laser beam. You can easily get infinited by laser beam. There's no cooldown for them to use that. It's just, was the AI nice? Oh, they weren't? Really? Let's see, we almost got hit again. Yep, I'm being trolled. Of course. But you know what, I'm really sorry, we're gonna use that CRT and beat this section a little bit quick and move on through. Every time I throw this... Go ahead.
All the robots from Die Hard. Do you remember all of in the movie when we fought all those robots and we were like, wow, Bruce Willis, I can't believe you've done this.
I mean, okay, so technically the bad guy's name is not Hans Gruber, it's Wolf Hongo, and he also has like he gives himself like a weird genetic mutation and robot armies, but you know, maybe that was like a subplot that we didn't see in the original script. Okay.
Wolf Hongo is such a good name. Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and the Popo here, they're pretty annoying because they like to roll on the floor and there's no limit to how long they can do that, and I have to do a jump shot. They also have infinite, not ammo, but guns that they can pull out of their pocket. Yes, that's right. They just can infinitely pull pistols out of there. It's like... it's unexplainable, but we're gonna go ahead and get in, and we made sure that we got our pistol, and now we're on to a pretty difficult section here. This little area here, this little island, we have to try and arrest these two and just hope that luck is on our side. Is RNG going to be good at Highway to Help? I think it is. I think we're going to get a... Oh, don't... And whenever they say no, 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 they're just tricking you. Okay, we're not going to get the third arrest. I could try again. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the... Oh, the pepper disappeared. It's okay. We'll get this club, which is basically a pipe, but a little bit shorter. And yes, the fountain here is also hurting us. A lot of times in this game, the number one thing that can get in your way is not the enemy, it's the weapons that fall on the ground. You can end up like re-picking up weapons, so you have to make sure that you move to a position if you want to actually do a real combo or launch your weapon off. Let's go ahead and dodge this real quick. That was really close. And we're on to the one of the hardest bosses, in my opinion, the hardest boss of the game. If you walk into this boss section without, you'll see underneath my handgun at the bottom left there, it says H. That is my handgun ammo. I also have machine gun ammo. Yeah, if I walked into here without that, this football player can basically just block our attacks up close, and then he gets a basically frame one grab that's unblockable in a lot of cases, and then they can also just do a spin attack that's really hard to do. We're gonna let them dodge, and let's see if we can give them a little kick. Oh, you see? Oh, there we go. Nice, nice. Oh, very clean. We didn't even need the chair. It's just for decoration this time.
So just to clarify,
oh yes,
there's a green pickup that you get, that you repeatedly get, and it has an H on it, and that is not a health pickup.
No, it is not a health pickup.
That's handgun ammo.
No, the actual med packs in the game, and this thing is a spray can, and this spray can actually, if I had picked up a lighter in the second stage of the game, it would have turned into an explosive flamethrower spray can. And that is the only way you can do that. Otherwise, it just stuns the enemy over and over again. And yes, that satellite dish just ran into us. Everyone remembers the scene from Die Hard, of course.
The satellite dish on rails is actually crucial to the plot.
Yes. Can you imagine someone... If someone hasn't watched Die Hard and this is their first time, this is their introduction, I'll just say, first off, you have to watch Die Hard. And then, yeah, everything that's happening right now absolutely happens. And
this game is part of the canon universe of Die Hard. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes. This is the alternate story. All right, we're on yellow robots now. The yellow robots, just a little bit less health, but they tend to have the pokey frames. Pretty far reach on those, but they will drop their robot arms, and we can actually use them as steel pipes. Funny thing about this game, if you're playing with 2 players, when you beat the game, there are also steel pipes that you can use on the stage. So the game is very self-aware of how broken pipes are, and when you play 2 players, you have to do a versus match at the end of the game. And in fact, if one person keeps hitting start, you can just infinitely have versus matches at the end of the game, which is pretty cool that they give you a true 3D fighting game at the end of it. But it is not a balanced stage at all. Whoever gets that pipe, I'm telling you, you have an advantage. So, all right, let's go ahead and I wanted to save this bottle, but we'll go ahead and show off an interesting skill with the bottle. So I've broken the glass bottle, and with the axes and other dagger-like items in the game, if you mash A really quickly, like faster than you can do 100-hand slaps, with Edward Honda, who's going to come out here soon. Yes, a character from Street Fighter, I'm pretty sure, is going to bust out this door in a second. You can actually clean up these enemies pretty fast. I'm trying to find out where the... Go ahead and break out this desk. Body slam. I also have knee slam and a couple other OTG attacks that I can use, but they're relatively unsafe. Wow, that was not nice. This guy, by the way, so similar to the first guy, I didn't explain, but if they're this size, you can't throw them. McClane is strong. He's not that strong. So we have to rely on our combos and the items that drop. And I'm hoping Pepper would drop, but it did not drop for some reason. Oh, there's 100-hand slaps. You saw it. I have a new group of people who have seen that this is actually Edward Honda. So we actually are walking into this stage with a really nice amount of handgun ammo. And we have machine gun ammo. So we're probably going to have a fast clear here.
Love to see it. If we have a moment, if we can tell the people about an incentive we've opened, you just let me know when we get some time.
We got time because all I'm doing is walking up this this outside elevator. And
Love it. Amazing. Thank you. Just so everyone is aware, we have opened an incentive for Tori Saturn to play the bonus level showcase, which at the end of the run, we will showcase the game's hidden bonus levels and mini games. So we are about halfway towards that. We have a goal of $20 to raise for that. So a $10 donation can snipe that, can make that happen. So get those donations in. And don't forget, you need to apply it to the incentive for it to count.
Yeah, everyone get those donations in. And the donations, I think they're open already now. So make sure, maybe someone can put the dono link in chat. I know some of my friends are watching right now, stayed up for this run. One of the reasons I was motivated to run this actually is that Kino-san, who's another arcade runner in Japan, normally does a lot of dance games, started running this game, and I've always been scouring for people to play this game with. Co-op is extremely fun. If you're looking for someone to play with, even if you don't want to speedrun, I will make excuse during my day and come join you for a co-op speedrun of this. There are ways to play online. And so when they started running, I got motivated because I always had a theory that there was a lot of infinites in the game. And so in 2-player, not only we find a couple infinites, we found a whole bunch of infinites that you can do against the bosses and characters. So the strategy is completely different. And then from there, I just kind of got motivated to run and get some nice records for the game. And yeah, even for this game came out in 1998, and it still looks fantastic. We don't want to sleep on these guys, by the way. We need to grab this rocket launcher because we're coming up on a fight where we really want to be able to use that for a fast kill up here. Grab this. Uh-oh, I don't want to drop. I have one more chance. So there is a limit to how many times you can drop a weapon. Are you just going to roll on the ground forever? Is this what we're doing? Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Yep. I got trolled. We're going to have to do this the hard way. But the good thing is, on a rare... This is going to be a rare run because I've never had this much machine gun ammo. And so we can do off-the-ground machine gun attacks, which is about the same speed. Yep. And then we can throw our machine gun, and we should be able to go for an extra attack. Nice. Okay. Coming up on the final boss here. Wolf. Wolf Hongo.
Listen, we love Wolf Hongo.
I think it's like White Fang is his. He has like a nickname already in the middle, so it's like White. It's Wolf White Fang Hongo is his full name or something.
That is so cool. Like, that is the coolest man you've never met.
Yeah, and his attack is that he summons his desk out wherever I'm standing. So
his desk?
Yeah, his
He's
desk.
He's just a professional, aggressive office worker?
Yeah, you can use those golf clubs, by the way, but that's a trap. Like he'll corner you. He wants you to grab the golf clubs. All right, let's go for a body slam here. We're gonna go for a re-grab. There is some tight timing on how you do the kick grab. Basically, you can clinch and then do kick twice, and then if you get too close to Mr. Hongo here, he does that little attack that you saw on the ground where he spins around. That is unblockable. Uh-oh. Wolf Hongo, please. Oh, he's showing us his karate skills. That's right, he's also a karate master. You know, for
this
a
man
bad
with his tucked-in shirt and his New Balance sneakers, it's sending me. It's so good.
It's hard to hate.
It's a whole vibe.
It's really hard to hate. Oh, okay. Not the end yet. So time is going to come up on the next fight when we finish the health. So Wolf Hongo's he's not down for the count. He's ready to give us one more, and now his shirt's off, and he's got his samurai sword, which has invincibility frames when he spins like that, but it also has a strange hitbox. So we're going to try and relaunch.
Incredible. Welcome in everyone from RPG Limit Break. Tell us what a regrab is. We're figuring it out.
A regrab. So when they wake up, I can move just a frame closer. There's like a little bit of time in this game where the enemy is unable to do anything on wake up. Getting knocked down is very bad. But if I wait a second and I space myself, then I can actually go ahead and do this grab again. Oh, we did the ground pound. So that's, if I do the ground pound like that, that means I messed up the command for the DDT. Oh! Hongo showing off his JoJo-like skills, throwing daggers at me with slight time stop. Not a spoiler for another game that I'm running at this event.
I want to be Wolf Hongo when I grow up.
Oh yeah, he's cool, and that's why I think this had to have been inspired. Maybe Die Hard does have a really cool set of bad guys. Oh, we are getting comboed. We're gonna try and end this with a nice grab. And that is time. GG, we've saved the day. And let's hear what the president's daughter has to say.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Yeah, that's Dynamite Deca. Pretty decent run. I used a lot of coins. This is kind of a game where the RNG, if you get enough handgun ammo and you have good placement, then you can get through without taking a loss. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun running this game, and recently everyone who ran it previously kind of gave a nice shout out. So it was nice to have that kind of experience. Mitjitsu-san, who basically saw the run that we did, like added me to the board. A couple other members asked about information. So I really do love this game. One of the reasons I started running this is when I lived in the States when I was a little kid, I played this game with my cousin, and actually he had just come back from Japan and had the Japanese Saturn, and he had the Dreamcast too. And it was just from there I fell in love with this series. So this isn't like a random pick. This is like one that I love, and it's been fun to master and speed running. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll run it with you. There's so much I couldn't talk about in a single run, and so I'll show real quick here, just really quick. The only bad thing is, if you want to play this game, you have to play this mini game first and build up your credits in here. Otherwise, you will most likely not be able to win the game. And yes, this is just a high score attack mode, and you get one chance, and when you fail, it takes you back to the main screen. So this can be a bit of a chore to build up, and it resets every time you turn off your console. So just be aware of that. But I had such a fun time. I'm looking forward to all the other runs at the marathon. Yeah, good luck to the next runners.
Another one coming up?
I do, yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm doing another arcade game, a more recent arcade game called JoJo. I think I'm doing Last Survivor, the patch 2. So there's a bunch of incentives for that game, so you can donate for that, as well as a bunch of other games in the marathon. I know that we have Tori Saturn coming up, and Res Infinite is coming up. So there's just, this block is amazing. I'm excited. I'm awake for this. I'm going to be watching everyone's run. Good luck. please support and definitely make sure that you join the Steel City Speedsters Discord. Thanks again. See you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, dbcade. What a cool run. There were a ton